Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So now basically today what we are going to do is that today we are going to make another plot in the Seaborn library, and that plot is actually called as a heat plot, or you can just call it as heat map. Okay, so just let me quickly take that text here, and now I would just write the spelling and the thing so that you can just get an idea that how it is basically spelled. So that is heat, and I would just write a map only, okay? Heat map, right? So this is the one. What is the name for this plot? That is the heat map, right? So now we'll be making this today using the Seaborn library. Fine. So let's get started with the things, and the other things I would just let you know basically in the this one only, right? Just one more thing, that basically the libraries which I would be using, the first priority of my library would be Seaborn. That is absolutely right. Now I would be taking one more library here. Now why I would be just taking that library? Because I want to give a particular size. Okay, in the previous video which I just posted, on that also I just told you that if you just want to take a particular size for your data, size for your plot which you are going to plot, then basically what we do, we simply give it a particular size. So in that case, basically which library we use, so that library is named as, listen to me very carefully, otherwise afterwards you will say that why I have just used this library. Okay, so the name of that library is matplotlib.pyplot. Fine. So in this basically heat map, in this video I'm just going to use that matplotlib.pyplot library also, because I want to give a particular size to my heat map which I am going to make. Fine. So let's start writing, and the other things I would let you in the while writing only. So my first step that I am going to do is import Seaborn as SNS. Right. So firstly, I am just importing my Seaborn library and giving it a short form as SNS. Second, what I'm just going to do, second I'm just going to import, second library name is basically matplotlib.pyplot. Fine. So these are the two libraries basically which I am going to import right now. So the first one is the Seaborn and the second one is the matplotlib.pyplot. Now, the short form which I have given to my Seaborn library, that is SNS, and the short form to my matplotlib.pyplot library which I have given is PLT, right? Moving towards the next thing for now. Now basically here what I am going to do is that here I would be simply writing SNS dot set underscore e, okay, and I would just put the bracket. Now I would just run my program for a while. Okay. Second step, whenever you are just going to plot any data, the second step, plot any make any graph or plot any plots. To the second step that we have is that you need to write down write the variable in which you will be storing your data, and you need to load your data. Fine. Now, just one more thing, that basically here I would be using the flights data. Now, basically why I am just taking different data, so that I can just make you, like I just tell you that, okay, these are also the datas which are present in the Seaborn library, because I'm not taking any data from any website or from any, like anything, any other thing. I'm simply taking the data which the Seaborn library already has, so that we do not need to like load any data or just upload any data and all that things, right? For now, so in the starting I was taking the tips, then we had seen about the diamonds, then we had seen about the penguins, and now it's the turn to see about the flights data set, right? So I'll be taking my variable, that is df is equal to, and here I would be using that SNS, the short form for my Seaborn library, because I am going to load my data set from my Seaborn library, right? So in that case, I'll be using SNS dot load underscore data set. Fine. And in the brackets, I would be taking the name for the data set, and that is flights. Okay. So whenever you just want to load the data from the Seaborn library itself, so this is the way how would be how you will be doing that thing. So firstly, you need to use that the name of the library. Let's say that is Seaborn. So the short form for that is SNS. So I just wrote here as SNS, right? And then I just need to write the load underscore data set, fine. And in the brackets, I simply need to write the name of the data. Now, just make sure not to like add any CSV extension or any JSON extension or any XLSX extension. No, you need not to add anything after this data set. Okay, after this name of the data, do not add anything. Fine. Third, I want to check that how many columns do I have and what are the columns. So basically I would just use df dot head. So okay. So here basically I got that you have 5 columns in your data set. That is sorry, 3 columns in your data set. Right, that is okay, fine. Now my next step that comes here is that I want to give the name of the columns for which I want my heat map to be plotted. Okay, this is the next step. So let's say I just take another variable that is df underscore value. Fine, and I will just put one equal to sign, and here I would just use the variable in which I have stored my data. So in our case, this data is df, right? So df dot. Now pivot is one of the functions that we'll be using, and now inside this, basically what I would be doing, I would be giving the name of the columns for which I want to plot the heat plot. Now heat map is basically plotted if like basically the number of columns that are used are 3, and this is the thing that we are having only 3 columns in our data also, right? So I would just write the columns. So first one is the year, and the second one is the month, and the third one is the passenger. So I will just put a comma, and here I would just write PASSENGE passengers. Fine, PASSENGERS, right? That is absolutely. And I would just run my cell here for a while. Now, next thing that comes here is that I need to give a particular size that, okay, this size I want, this size of plot I actually want, right? So I will be writing, I will be defining one parameter, that one variable f comma ax. Okay, just let me write f comma ax like this. Right, and here I'd be using that PLT. Now, what is this PLT? If you have listened to me very carefully in the starting, then you have got that what actually is PLT. And if you haven't listened, so right now also it's the right time, just listen to me very carefully. That above, I have just imported my library that is matplotlib.pyplot. And to this matplotlib.pyplot library, I have given a short form that is PLT. Fine, now you got that actually what is PLT. So f comma ax is equal to PLT. I would put a dot, and basically here I would write as subplots. Fine. And in the bracket I would be giving the fig size. Okay. And I would put a equal to sign. And basically here what I would be putting a bracket, and inside this I would be specifying a size. Let's say I just want 10 comma 7. Length 10 and 7 is the breadth. Fine. Now, at last, I will be using my SNS, that is my Seaborn library, short form for that, and then I will be using that heat map, right? I would put the bracket, so df underscore values, SNS dot heat map in bracket df underscore values. So this is the variable which I have taken here, that these all these 3 columns I want in my heat map. So that is the same variable which I have written. Fine, comma. Now basically we have some parameters here. The first parameter is a naught. Okay, now I'm just setting it as true for now. Okay, I will just again put a column, and what else can I add? I can add here as fmt. Okay, fmt is one other parameter which you are having here in this for the heat map. So fmt is equal to, let's see here I just wrote as d. Fine. Now what else I have? I can even give the width for the line. So line width is also one of the function that we are having. Let's say I just give my line width as 0.6. Okay, and I would put the comma, and ax is equal to ax. So that means basically what size of heat map you want. So in that, basically I just pass this ax. Fine, now I would just run my program here for a while, and basically yes. So here we have the final heat plot which we had just plotted right now. Now just study and see that basically how we can just see this like plot. So now just see, on the x-axis what we are having the month. Okay, on the y-axis what we are having the year. And inside these boxes what we are having the number of passengers. Fine. So what were the 3 columns that we had given? We had given year, month and passenger. Let's verify. So it is showing that in the year 1949, month of January, there were 112 passengers. So 1949 and then January. Okay. So where is that 1949? Above one. So January, let's go to above, and here it is 1949, and yes, it is showing me that here we have 112 passengers. So like this you can check. So January, let's say we want to check to January 1953, so 196 passengers. let's say we want to check for May. So May 1959, we have 420 passengers. So this is basically how you can just see. Second thing, here you are seeing this like bar, and basically it has different colors, right? Now, wherever you just see the color darker than 200, okay? Sorry, wherever basically you just see the color which is present under the 200 value, so you can just guess that, okay, so these are the columns where you are having the number of passengers less than 200, okay? And wherever you just like see this light orange, very light orange, let's say it is a peach color, fine. So there you can just say that the numbers which you are having, that the passengers which you are having are greater than 600. Same for the 500. Whenever you just see some pink color type, some pinkish color, so at that time you can just say that the number of passengers which you are having are between 300 and 400, between this interval, right? So this is basically how you can just study this heat map. This is how you can just see that how many passengers actually you are having in your plots, right? So I hope now you got the idea that basically how to plot a heat plot, and this is basically how a heat map looks like, and these are the x and y columns which you can give, right? So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.